Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Dojo Plants, and today we are planning in my big memory planner from June 23rd to the 29th. It's the last spread that I have for the month of June. So I have all my pictures laid down. It was such a busy week. I had rehearsals every single night from the Sunday prior, and then every night we had tech rehearsal, we had a run through, we had dress rehearsal where we had to do makeup and hair, and then Thursday was our first show, Friday was our second show, and then Saturday night was our last show for dance. So it was just a busy, and then on top of that, I got a booty ton of boxes delivered of July's release inventory, and then also had to deal with unboxing and kind of starting that process because I knew I wouldn't get it done this week in time for today's release, which is at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. It's the Functional Boxes bundle. They're finally back, so definitely make sure these guys right here. Functional boxes available today at 9 a.m. on my website. They're also all available individually as well, restocked, because I know you guys have been waiting. But of course, we had to do a bundle as well. So that's available today at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So about an hour after this video goes up, basically. So all those came in, and I had to do a lot of work to get them unboxed, to get bundles taken apart for the individual ones, and just it was a lot. And then so it was just a lot this week, all at once, which was hard. So I just wanted to do something bright and happy. I also think I'm gonna do, I don't know, quite a bit of, maybe not a ton of journaling, but I do want to give myself some space to journal. This was a week that was like bittersweet. It was my last time performing. So we have a dance company. We perform once a year, sometimes twice a year, but we kind of decided that this was going to be our last show, which again is a bittersweet thing, but I think my body is just all done. And so we're kind of just going into that phase of that. So it was definitely a bittersweet week, but it was good. The kiddo had church camp all week long, so that was kind of helpful. I was able to get some stuff done when she was gone at that. So I do want to give myself room to decorate, but also have room to journal this week. So I'm going in these, I chose these scraps from Planet Darby. They're called the Mixed Media in Pink. I just thought these look kind of fun because I'm going to go in with these fun little florals from Martinez Sticker Company. There we go. These ones are on clear. The scraps I did on paper, but I thought that these would kind of look fun together, and I just wanted to kind of have some like bright colors. Our show was called Live in Color, so I wanted to just have bright colors representing for today's spread. So that's what we're going to go in with today. I was going to start with washi tape, but let me start with at least laying down these pictures over on the side. These were some flowers that I got after my show. So stinking pretty. They were pink, purple, and blue, which I love those colors together because they just remind me of cotton candy. And then my husband also got me, and my sister-in-law also got me my favorite daisies because those are my favorite flower. So that was fun. But anyway, and then I took a picture of all of the billions of boxes that I had to go through that I was like, you would come in on the week that is already the busiest week of my life. I was like, you would do that to me. And yeah, so it was just, and it's one of those things where bundles take so much, like, they get shipped in a lot more boxes. So it's a lot of boxes. On top of that, they were double boxed. So it was like I took stuff out of one box and then had another box on the inside that I then also had to break down. So it just ends up being a lot. And there's just like multiple steps to prep for bundles because I go through all of them. I find the ones that are damaged. I pull those ones aside. Those ones are the ones that become the individual books. And then I get rid of like the box for them because they were damaged anyway. And it's just like a long process. And so it was one of those things where I knew I couldn't wait until this week to work on it because we had a wedding on Tuesday, and I just knew, and like I knew I was going to get a lot of work done in the 2 days before pre-order and before release and stuff. So it just happened that everything had to happen all at the same time. But last week I got to do my makeup for the first time since January. That was when we had our last show. And I literally haven't touched my vanity. Like my vanity was literally still just like disastrous from then, because I literally just have not done my makeup, but it felt so good to do it again because, fun fact, makeup was my first love before planning. That was like what I was pretty sure I was going to go and do, and that was what I thought I was going to, start with, like social media was like makeup stuff, and then that didn't work out, and then I ended up kind of switching um, to planner stuff, and then I found that love. And I think honestly, doing makeup online scared me a lot, so then I just didn't go that route. But yeah, so it was a fun week of getting to do my makeup, but my face definitely felt the pain of doing my makeup all week long. So that was fun, but it's okay. It is okay. All right, I'm just getting all the pictures laid down so I don't have to deal with them later. So that way they're just all out of the way. So I have a lot. Not a lot, but kind of a lot. I just like, it always ends up to where I have all the pictures over on the weekend and I never have any for the weekday. And I'm always just like, whoops, my bad. My bad. Okay, so all my pictures are laid down. I don't have to worry about those moving around. So these are the colors that we're working with. It's like yellow, purple, light blue, pink, and green. So those are the colors I'm going to look for when it's time to pull out some boxes. So I think I'm going to pull out summer boxes first and see, because I do have a really hot pink color in here that I think will look good. So I'm going to put this one over here. So that way I can kind of journal a little bit about our shows and all of that good stuff. So that'll kind of be our pink. And then maybe I'll grab another box or two for some like little blurb areas. That way I can pull that pink over to the other side. And then I got us decide on what shade of yellow. This blue though is perfect. So let's pull in this blue color. It's such a pretty, very pretty shade of blue to go in with. So I'm going to grab that, and then I'm also going to grab a couple boxes for like a little blurb area. So we'll stick that in there, then I can get that color there. Okay, I think that's it from Summer Boxes 2.0. And then I'm pulling out regular summer boxes because I think I'll have a better shade of yellow. Just like a more true bright yellow in here. So we'll grab that. I'm trying to think of like where I want scraps, so it's kind of deciding for me where I'm gonna put things. Let's put that there. Okay, so I kind of have all the colors. The only color I haven't really pulled in is green. And I don't necessarily know that I need to, so let's wait on the green for right now. I do want to fill in this gap here. So I'm just pulling out some washi tape. I don't know if this one's going to work. It looks like the last time I tried to use it, it completely ripped. So I still might have to pick a different washi tape. I can't even tell what direction this was going. But I'm going to use this to kind of fill in. Okay, good. We have a couple of like little gaps in here. So I'm just going to use those to fill in those areas. So we'll fill in this one. Kind of takes care of all of that. And then we have some over here that we can fill in too. I think this is like an old Happy Planner washi tape. It is very old, so I'm surprised it's even working. We'll see if it actually stays stuck down. I feel like sometimes I flip through my memory planner and like some of these older washi tapes are kind of peeling up. Like they lost their stickiness or something, which makes sense. This one's probably at least over 5 years old, so it doesn't fully surprise me. Okay, so just kind of filled in those spots. Now let's go in with our decorations. I'm going to go in with a couple of scraps. just to fill in. So I am going to cover up a little bit of that just so I can get some of those scraps in there. And we'll go in with a little piece over here. Get some of those in. These are always fun to use that to make it look like it's held on by a piece of tape. Okay, now let's go in with some of the florals. So I have a ton of room over here that I can put quite a bit of the florals in, so I might do that. I think I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of this scrap since I have it. I'll lay that in there. Stick that back on my sticker sheet. Okay, that way I just have a little bit more of the scraps. I might add some more over there, but I do want to make sure I get in a good amount of these decorations. So we'll start going in with the florals. I'm going to do a lot of trimming where it meets up with the other stickers. Peel those off. I feel like it's almost time to switch out my X-Acto knife blade. Not cutting as easily as we usually do, but it's okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go in doing that with these florals. I really liked layering the florals on top of the scraps. I really like that look. Just kind of adding some of these in here. I could pull them up. My dang Cricut. Stick that in there. This slightly bigger piece. Stick it down here, and I'm going to cut off that piece here. Just this corner. Yeah, there we go. Cut off that little piece. Oh man. Might chop this one maybe this way. A little piece of that off. Could always stick the other piece of this somewhere else. Okay, I have one more kind of big-ish piece. I think I'm going to chop this one off. Chop it off? Chop it up, not off. I'm going to cut this one in half. So that way I can stick it in more than one area. So wherever I put my scissors. So I'm going to cut a section of it, butt it up against here. And then, oh my gosh, kind of fill in the space elsewhere. I'm leaving that space. I pulled out, these are also from Planet Darby. These are Music Speaks in Color, but I'm going to use this one because I thought it'd be good to put something about music since we had our dance show. That was to music, so I feel like that that kind of works. And even this, sometimes a melody sounds like a memory. All these perfect like little quotes that I can add in here. And then now I can kind of see where I still have a little bit of space to add some extra little details. So I'm going to go in with a few more of the scraps. And then maybe we will pull green. So I'm actually going to pull green boxes and more because I know there's a green in here that will match that perfectly. So let's pull this color out. Oh yeah, that gets our purple in there. There we go. There's our purple. Or purple. Did I say purple? Have I been saying purple this whole time? Green. My gosh. There is our green. Everything's purple in my mind, I guess. It's fine. Okay, I think that is it. We filled in all the space. I was even able to fit a couple of quotes. I have our memories. I have plenty of space to get some journaling down. And then I was able to find boxes that matched all the colors in there. So I think that's it. So again, I went in with some scraps from Planet Darby. And then this is just a smaller version of that same sticker sheet. This is from Martinez Sticker Company. But there we go, you guys. Don't forget the functional boxes bundles are available today at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, as well as individual books. So make sure you snag those. But I so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye.